When I talk about transgender or non-binary children, I'm not talking about sexuality or genitals. I'm not referring to sexual relationships or anything related to genital practices. What I say does not violate any policy and does not promote anything inappropriate. I am talking about identity, which is something every human being has, even from early childhood. I'm not talking about romantic relationships or sexual desire, because that belongs to a later stage of development and has no connection to what I'm explaining. What I am pointing out, and I say it with clarity, is that some children express, from a very early age, that they don't identify with the gender they were assigned at birth. This is not an ideology, a trend, or a disorder. It is a human experience, deeply felt, consistent over time, and visible to those who listen without prejudice. When a child says they don't feel like a girl or don't feel like a boy, they are not talking about genitals. They are talking about how they feel, how they see themselves, and how they need to be treated in order to grow up healthy and with dignity. Confusing gender identity with sexuality or genitality is a serious mistake. Even worse is linking it to pedophilia, because that association is false, harmful, and cruel. It is a deliberate strategy designed to discredit, dehumanize, and silence people who don't conform to traditional gender expectations. I'm not talking about sexual acts or prohibited behavior. I'm talking about a child's right to say how they feel, to be heard, and to be respected. Denying them that right is what truly harms them. Transgender and non-binary identity in childhood is not about sexuality. It is about personal identity. Just as a child might say they like to draw, that they love soccer, or that they want long hair, they might also say they don't feel like a boy, or they don't feel like a girl, or that they don't want to be treated like something they're not. Denying that, mocking it, or punishing it only creates suffering, isolation, and long-term psychological harm. Listening, supporting, and validating what the child says is not rushing anything. It is protecting them. Being respectful of a child's identity does not mean making medical changes or starting treatments. It means letting that child grow without fear, without shame, and without being made to feel wrong for being who they are. Medical decisions come later, with guidance from professionals, with careful assessment, and with informed consent. But respect cannot wait. It must be guaranteed from the start. That's why I insist that what I'm saying has nothing to do with genitals or sexual relationships or anything that harms children. Quite the opposite. What I want is to defend them from those who use their existence as an excuse to maintain ignorance, prejudice, and violence. This is about identity, about truth, about human dignity, and it must be treated with the seriousness it deserves.